The Book of Psalms, Psalm 2, the ultimate victory of the Messiah. In studying this psalm, 1. Note the messianic nature of this psalm. 2. Consider its fulfillment as expounded by Jesus and the apostles in the New Testament. 3. Take comfort in knowing that the Messiah has ultimate control over world affairs. This psalm is messianic in nature, with its theme being the ultimate victory of the Lord's anointed. It is quoted by the apostles and early church in their prayer for help against persecution. See Acts 4:24-30, in which they applied it to the efforts of Pontius Pilate along with Gentiles and those of Israel who crucified Christ. From this reference in Acts, we also learn that David was the author. The psalm is divided into four sections or strophes, in each of which there is a different voice that speaks. The first strophe begins with the psalmist observing the efforts of the nations and their leaders to resist the Lord and his anointed. Psalms 2:1 and 2. Why do the nations rage, and the peoples plot a vain thing? The kings of the earth take a stand, and the rulers take counsel together against Yahweh and against his anointed, saying, they declare their desire to break away from the cords that bind them. Psalms 2:3. Let's break their bonds apart and cast away their cords from us. The second strophe depicts the Lord in heaven as laughing in derision over their futile efforts. In righteous anger, he declares that despite their resistance, he has installed his king, his anointed one, on Zion, his holy hill. Psalms 2:4-6. He who sits in the heavens will laugh. The Lord will have them in derision. Then he will speak to them in his anger and terrify them in his wrath. Yet I have set my king on my holy hill of Zion. The third stanza or strophe, the Anointed One speaks, in which he declares the decree of the Lord. Psalms 2:7. I will tell of the decree Yahweh said to me, you are my son. Today I have become your father. He is God's begotten Son, who upon request is given the nations and ends of the earth as an inheritance, which he will rule with a rod of iron. Psalms 2:8 and 9. Ask of me, and I will give the nations for your inheritance, the uttermost parts of the earth for your possession. You shall break them with a rod of iron. You shall dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. From Jesus and his apostles, we learn that this rule began when he ascended to heaven and sat down at the right hand of God. See Matthew 28:18, Ephesians 1:20-22, 1 Peter 3:22, Revelation 1:5, and 2:26 and 27. The psalm ends with the fourth strophe, containing the psalmist's counsel of what the leaders of the nation should do. Worship the Lord with reverence, and do homage to the Son, lest they incur his righteous anger. For all who put their trust in the Anointed One shall be blessed. Psalms 2:10-12. Now therefore be wise, you kings. Be instructed, you judges of the earth. Serve Yahweh with fear, and rejoice with trembling. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and you perish in the way, for his wrath will soon be kindled. Blessed are all those who take refuge in him. The Book of Psalms, Psalm 2, the ultimate victory of the Messiah, the end.